And up next year, we got Jackson McVey taking on Brunno Ferreira. And McVey's had a wild last month and some changes in his life. He fought on June 13th and he had an amazing performance. He won via first round knockout. He accepted a fight June 28th at UFC 317. He had two different opponents for that date, but both of them didn't end up working out. He actually weighed in to fight Chris Ewart, and Ewart weighed in 10 pounds overweight, so the fight got scrapped by the commission, and the UFC is getting McVey another short notice fight. They're honoring it and giving him this matchup, which is good, against Brunno Ferreira, but man, I mean, going from fighting Cedricus Dumas, Christopher Ewart, to now having to face a top 15 guy in Brunno Ferreira, it's a big opportunity, but it's a really hard fight. And McVey, he's won 11 fights in a row. He hasn't lost in over 5 years, so he's going to be confident, but we'll see exactly how he'll look. You saw Brunno Ferreira, he was able to go in there and shock the world by beating Gregory Rodriguez in his first UFC fight. So we'll see if McVey can pull off a similar upset. For Brunno, it's more just a paycheck for him. He was going to fight Iker Aliskarov, who was going to be his ticket to the top 10, but now he's fighting a newcomer, so he needs to steamroll here and stay concentrated, not fall victim to kind of a letdown trap fight type of spot here. McVey, dangerous, tall man type of fighter. He's going to be way taller and longer than Brunno, 6 inches in height, 5 inches in reach, but he doesn't really utilize that reach to stay long because at distance, he's going to be very vulnerable here because of the speed disadvantage and the ability to close distance that Brunno has. But he is a decent jab, chuck, hook, McVey. He'll throw some kicks, but he likes to get in the clinch and try to get heavy, throw knees, elbows, eventually try to get in a front headlock position, snap you down, work those front chokes, and you have to protect your neck even in the standing clinch with McVey. In general, McVey's looking to jump the neck from anywhere. 3 of his 6 wins are front choke wins. He has multiple wins in under 1 minute. And he also has first round knockouts. So this guy goes in there, gets out of there. He doesn't like to spend a lot of time in the octagon. He does have one decision win as an amateur where he beat someone that's currently 4-1 as a pro. So I guess that's not a terrible look there, but he really has no experience or not much experience in longer fights. But Brunno Ferreira is killer be killed as well, with all 15 of his pro fights ending inside the distance. The vast majority of his fights have ended in round 1 as well. And Brunno, bowling ball type of guy who's waiting to explode, take your head off. He has a narrow bladed stance. He'll look to move around, feint, fake, and then try to lull you, pull you into big fire. And in this fight, I think he's going to have plenty of chances to explode on McVey, land a big knee, big overhand and elbow. And he did get exposed a little bit on the ground in his loss to Abus Magomedov, where he kept overextending and giving bad positions, and he got controlled and gassed out. And his style, of exploding, spinning a lot, it can lead to that, but he has, I believe, the grappling to handle someone like McVey, and I think him by knockout here is what's most likely going to happen. I think Brunno Ferreira is probably going to get the first round KO. I think he's too athletic, too experienced. He's going to use his speed, power, his movement, and I think he's going to find that chin and get McVey out of there.